Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Previously, the Honorable Miss Silmi Arisatul Humairo as a lecturer of English course. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Maharani Dwi Aguswina and you can call me Rani. I'm from class B and with last student identity number is 092. I'm from Faculty of Teacher Training and Education at the University of Jember. Today, I'm going to present about set theory, one of the most fundamental topics in mathematics. Let's begin our discussion. First of all, let us begin by discussing the concept of a set itself. So, what is a set? A set is a collection of well-defined and distinguished objects. Sets are usually written with capital letters such as A, B, or C. The members or elements are written in lowercase, like A, B, or C. If X is a member of the set A, we write X element of A, or we read as X belongs to A, and if X is not a member of set A, we write X is not element of A, or we read as X doesn't belong to A. If X and Y both belong to A, we write X and Y is element of A. Let's think. Do you get it so far? Now, imagine a basket. If an apple is inside, we say the apple belongs to the basket. If it is outside, it does not belong. That's the same idea with sets. For example, first, set is the set of integers. The members of the set are all positive whole numbers, negative whole numbers, and zero. The set of integers can be represented as z equal curly brackets blah 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 -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and blah 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 blah. Second, n is the set of natural numbers. The members of the set are counting numbers starting from 1, and sometimes 0 is also included depending on the definition. The set of natural number can be represented as n equal curly brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, and blah 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 blah. Third, A. A is the set of even natural numbers. The members of this set are natural numbers that are divisible by 2 without remainder. The set of even natural numbers can be represented as A equal curly brackets 2, 4, 6, 8, and blah 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 blah. Next, the set is Q. Q is the set of rational numbers. The members of this set are numbers that can be expressed as a fraction P divided by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. The set of rational numbers can be represented as Q equal curly brackets -3 half, -1, 0, 1 half, 1, 2/3, 2, and blah 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 blah. The next material is representation of sets. There are 3 methods used to indicate a set. First, description. Description means just that, words describing what is included in a set. For example, set M is the set of moons that start with the letter G. Second, roster form. Roster form lists all of the elements in the set within brackets. Curly brackets, element 1, element 2, element 3, and blah 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 blah. For example, set M equal curly brackets January, June, and July. Third, set bolder notation. Set bolder notation is frequently used in algebra. For example, M equal curly bracket X such that X is amount starting with J, with the letter J. This is read, set M is the set of all the elements X such that X is amount of the year and X start with the letter J. The next material is relation set. Some important relations are: first, element. Element is a member of. For the example, is X is a member of A. Second, subset. For the example, A subset B means A is a subset of B. Every element in A is also in B. Every element in A is also in B. For all X, if X is an element of A, then X is an element of B. Third is superset. A superset B, or A is a superset of B. So every element in B is also in A. For all X, if X is element of B, then X is an element of A. Fourth is proper subset. A is a proper subset of B, and A is not equal of B. So every element in A is also in B, and A is not equal B. For all X, if X is element of A, and X is element of B, and A is not equal B. Fifth is A is a proper superset of B, and A is not equal of B. Every element in B is also in A, and A is not equal B. For all X, if X is an element of B, and if X is element of A, and A is not equal B. For the example, N subset Z, subset Q, and subset R. The next material is number and set. They are different types of numbers. First, cardinal numbers. Answer the question how many. For the example, the set of vowels in English is A, I, U, A, O. The cardinality of the set is 5. Second is ordinal numbers, such as first, second, third, and blah 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 blah. Third, nominal numbers, used to name things. For the examples is driver's license number, student ID number. Next, the cardinal number of a set S, symbolized as N. S is the number of elements in set 5. Examples: if S equal curly number, blue, red, green, yellow, then NS equal 4. Next, two sets are considered equal sets if they contain exactly the same elements. Next, two sets are considered equivalent sets if they contain the same number of elements if NA equal NB. Next, if A equal curly brackets 1, 2, and 3, and F equal curly bracket 3, 2, 1, then the sets are equal since they contain the same elements, and also equivalent since both have 3 elements. Example: 2. If K equal curly brackets, cat, dog, horse, and fish, and H equal curly brackets 2, 5, 7, and 9, then the sets are not equal since they do not have the same elements, but they are equivalent since both have 4 elements, and G equal and H. Let me repeat. Equal means same elements. If equivalent means same number of elements or cardinality. The next material is subset and superset. A set A is a subset of B if every element of A is also in B. We write A subset B. Can you think of an example? Yes, the set of even numbers is a subset of integers. Let's start with subsets. A set A is called a subset of B if every element in A is also in B. We usually write this as A proper superset B. For example, the set of integers like blah 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 blah, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and blah 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 is a subset of the set of real numbers. Formally, we can say A proper superset B means if X is in A, then X is also in B. There's also something called the empty set. This is just a set with no elements at all. We write is a curly bracket with nothing inside. Now, let's look at the idea that elements themselves can also be sets. For the example can be seen in the picture. See? Some elements inside the set can be numbers, but they can also be sets themselves. Next is about set size, which is also called cardinality. It's just the number of elements in a set. We write it as denote vertical bar A. For example, if A equals the sets 2, 3, 5, 7, and 8, then vertical bar A equals 5 because there are 5 elements. If a set has a finite number of elements, we call it a finite set. If it doesn't have a limit, then we call it an infinite set. So that's the basics: subset, empty set, elements that can also be sets, and the size of a set. Now let's talk about the power set. So what is a power set? For any given set, we can actually form a new set that contains all possible subsets of the original set. This new set is called the power set. We usually write it as PA, where A is the set. Let's see some examples. First, if A equals the set containing A, then the power set of A is P of A equals the set containing the empty sets and the set containing A. For other examples, you can read them by yourself. Now, here are a few important notes. First, every set is both a subset and a superset of itself. Second, if a set A has m elements, then the power set has 2 power m elements. For the example, if A has 3 elements, then the power set will have 2 power 3 equals 8 elements. Third, and the number of proper subset is 2 power m minus 1. Third, also don't forget the empty set is always a subset of every set. So basically, the power set is just a collection of all possible ways you can make subset from a set, including the empty set and the self itself. Okay, now let's move on to set theory, especially about set operators and partition. First, let's talk about set operators. First, the set operators is the union. The union of two sets A and B is simply the set of all elements that are in A or in B or in both. We write it as A union B. For example, if A has the elements 1 and 2 and B has elements 2 and 3, then the union is 1, 2, and 3. The following is an example image. The second set operators is the intersection. The intersection of two sets A and B is the set of elements that are in both A and B. We write is A intersect B. Using the same example, A, the intersection B will be 2. The following is an example image. The third set operators is the difference. The difference between sets is about removing elements. A difference B means the elements that are in A but not in B. For example, if A have the elements 1, 2, and 3 and B has the elements 2 and 3, then A difference B equals 1. The following is an example image. The fourth set operators is the complement. The complement of a set is everything outside that set, but we need to think about the universal set. Basically, the whole world of elements we are considering. So, a complement is all the elements that are not in A. The following is an example image. Now, some sets have no elements in common. These are called disjoint sets. If A intersection B equals empty set, then A and B are disjoint. And if we have several sets and the two of them share elements, then we call them mutually disjoint. The following is an example image. Next, let's talk about partition. A partition means we break a big set into smaller, non-overlapping groups. Each element belongs to exactly one group, and if we put all the groups back together, we get the original sets. For example, let's A has element A and B, B has element C, D, and E, and C has element F and G, and D has element A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Here, sets A, B, and C form a partition of D because they don't overlap and together they cover all elements of D. Formally, if B1, B2, B3, and blah 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 blah, Bn are subsets of A, then 1. None of them are empty. 2. They are mutually disjoint. 3. And their union is equal to A. If these three rules are satisfied, then two subsets form a partition of A. So, in simple words, a partition is like dividing a set into blocks or groups that perfectly cover the set without overlapping. That's all for my presentation today. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.